Okay, so we are playing as white. We play e4 with the development of our bishop, such that we take the bishop out in attacking the diagonal with d6 as the response with black. So black, we play knight f3, c5, and we play c3. Furthermore, we can play d4 and further attack towards the center. Knight, okay. So we take the pawn. Ultimately, if knight tries to take it, then we have a supporting attack towards center. Black takes it back, and over here we take back from the queen, activating the queen. Where he play bishop, we decide to castle because the king's safety is very important. Knight comes out to c6, bishop comes to e5. Knight cannot take the queen, so we'll eliminate this knight. Ultimately, we take this bishop out and create an attack. He goes with c5. Now with c5, we'll take the queen back to d3. Furthermore, we can push the pawn forward. He go with bishop d7. We'll take it where black takes it back and we take the knight out. We can take the knight and create an attack. That's the plan. He go with knight b6. Now he is trying to attack with c4. So if we look for aggressive options, we can go with e5. Activating the queen in attacking this pawn. If it takes this pawn, then we can play knight towards the d5 in attacking the queen. So if knight take, queen take, attack the rook, and at the same time attack this pawn. Ultimately, he played queen d6. Okay, so queen d6 was the response where he's trying to attack, adding up attackers towards this. We'll go with knight to g5. If he tries to take, queen take on it. It's a checkmate. So let's see. Oh, black plays g6. Now black was aware for this. That's why he played g6. So in this position, once again, we go with knight back. If he tries to take, so ultimately we are attacking the queen. That's the main plan. You go with queen f6. Okay. So queen f6 was the response where in this position we'll go with knight back and add a first support towards the knight. You go with bishop take x3, we'll play knight take x3 and then rook comes to d8 where we decide to play queen to b5 in attacking this pawn. So black's turn and black is having 4 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock. You go with c4. So we'll decide to play rook to e1 and add up attackers towards the center. So now black's turn and black plays rook to e8. Okay, so rook e8 we play a4, further a5 attack the knight and this pawn is the main plan. Ultimately, this is black's turn, black goes rook b8. We decide to play a5 in attacking the knight. Furthermore, knight has to go in order to defend itself, otherwise the knight is gone. So black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds over here. He go with a6. Okay, so a6 is not a very good response, but yet we can accept this. Queen take on a6, knight goes back, we'll trade the queens, and we take it back from the knight where we go a6, a7, and further we are going to promote it. Okay, so a7, and now this is just one step for promotion. He can go with rook to a8, where we'll take the pawn. Ultimately, he go with rook b7 in adding up attackers. So we'll go with rook to a5. Now we are defending the pawn. At least we are having a knight, this knight, so we can try to tackle off these pieces. We go with knight e4, we'll take the knight f4. Now black start and black thinking for the response over here. So let's see how black responds. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Knight comes to d5 and attacking this. So now let's see how to respond. He go with c2. Okay, so c2 over here. Now in this position, we'll decide to play knight back and add up attackers. Where I guess he's going to promote. If I'll take it, then rook take on the pawn. That's the main plan. So maybe we can try to neutralize this pawn. Okay. So now let's see what the response over here. He go with rook to c7, where in this position he's trying to add a push. Okay, so he's trying to push it, where in this position we'll go with, okay, so now in this position we'll go with rook to c1 in order to defend this. Now let's see what he responds. He go with rook take on a7, we'll take this, we take it back, we take it back from the knight. Now let's see how black responds. So black decides to play rook to c7. Now rook comes to c7, we'll play king f1. He go with rook knight e2 check, we play king e2 and attack this. He go with knight b3 in attacking the rook. So over here we'll decide to play rook b1. Now rook take knight, king can come and attack this. Okay, he go with rook b7 was the response. Where in this position we'll decide to take the knight a3 and adding up the supporter towards the rook. So let's see how black responds. Black's turn and black is thinking where he go with rook e7 check. King comes to d3 in he go with knight c5 check, king d4 and attack this knight. Knight goes to e6 check, king comes to d5. Nice check, king goes there, attack the rook. Rook check. So king comes d7. He takes the pawn where we'll take the knight c4. Now knight c4, we are trying to bring this knight towards the king side, especially with knight. Okay, he go with knight f4. We decide to give a check, forcing the king to come at g7. Now in this position we play knight d6. Okay, so we are mainly attacking towards this pawn, which is going to create an advantage. He go with knight d5, where in this position we'll take rook b5 and add up attacker towards the knight. Knight f6 check, king comes to c7, where this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds over here. So he go with rook e7 check, king comes to c6. Now let's see what he responds. Guys, if you are new to the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay. So he go with x5, we'll play rook to g5. The main plan is knight coming to f5, create a poke with the rook. So knight f5 check is the threat. Okay, so black goes with rook e2, where in this position we'll play knight f5 check, because that was a threat. He play king x7. So king x7, and in this position we'll take the knight back, giving this pawn where we go with x3. So black's turn and black is thinking where he goes with x4. We'll take the knight back and attacking the rook. So rook comes, yet give a check. King comes to d6 and knight e4 check. Okay, so we return the game. Guys, if you want, you can challenge me, or the challenge is allowed. So over here, e4, we go with e6. The French defense. d4, we play d5. When white goes with knight d2, we'll decide to play knight f6. We go with e5, we'll take knight fd7. Bishop d3, we go with c5, where he plays c3. Okay, so in this position, we'll play knight to knight c6. Now over here, he go with knight e2, where okay, so knight e2, where we go with bishop e7. Now he go with castling. We decide to castle, maintain the king safety. Let's see what he responds over here. So he responds with knight f3, where we decide to place c4 in attacking the bishop. Ultimately, the bishop goes back. Now, in this position, we go with f6, try to attack. He takes the pawn, so knight will take back and bishop will support the pawn. He go with bishop g5. The bishop behind attacking towards this is main threat. So in this position, we'll go with knight g4. The main motive is we can play e5 and attack towards the center. So this is white's turn and white is thinking for response. Let's see how white responds over here. Okay, so white is thinking for his response where he go with bishop take e7. Queen takes on it back and he plays knight g3. So knight g3, in such positions we go with e5. If he tries to take, knight takes back. Okay, so he takes it where we play knight take on g5. Queen takes is not going to be the threat because we can take the bishop out. So we play knight take on e5. We play queen take e5. So white's turn and white is taking where he go with rook e1. Now rook e1 will play the queen g5. Furthermore, let's see what he responds. Ultimately, this is white's turn. We can play h5, h4 and attack towards the knight. We are trying more and more to attack towards this king side. So he go with queen c2. The main motive is all clear. So in such cases, we respond with h5. If he tries to give a check, we can play the king f7. Now let's see what he responds over here. Queen takes on the pawn is a possible response where we will be forced to trade the queens. Ultimately, white will be having one pawn extra. So let's see what he responds. Maybe he's trying to find out more and more tactical responses. Okay, so let's see what he responds over here. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay, so this is white's turn and white is thinking. Queen takes on the pawn is the possible response, and he is thinking for the response. The queen can go back there. Otherwise, queen can take it, right? Only two options possible. So let's see what he responds. Or maybe he can try something else. Okay. So in this position, if I guess he can play f4. Now with f4, if I will take it back, then rook can come and create a pin like this. Ultimately, I will lose the queen. So playing f4, sacrificing the pawn is one of the possible variations. We go with queen take h5, we take it back. Ultimately, white also take it back. And over here, we'll play rook to h8 in attacking the knight. So knight goes back was the response where we take the bishop out e6. Now bishop e6, you go with rook e3. We play rook h6. Ultimately, we can double up and attack this way. Bishop c2, rook comes to h8, and he go with h3. So now in this position, we'll take this knight back to e7. He go with rook to e1, where in this position, we'll take this knight back so that we can try attacking like this, which we skipped earlier. Okay, so rook take on pawn is not possible because we can take it back. Rook take on bishop is not possible. Now let's see what white responds. He go with rook check. So king comes to e7, bishop comes, knight check. Huh? So king comes to d7. Ultimately take this. Okay, so this is white's turn. Now let's see what white responds. 1 minute and 55 seconds on the clock remaining where he go with rook g3. Rook g3 will decide to play. Okay, in this position, we'll play the king d6, allowing to capture the pawn. Now we go with b6. This pawn is defended by the knight, so we no need to tension. Now let's see what white responds. White is thinking for the response over here, having 1 minute and 44 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. This bishop is playing an active role in controlling this diagonal. especially these two squares. So this is not hi Caro-Kann, welcome to my channel. Rook g6. Hmm. So ultimately now I am forced to trade. And we go with d4. If we take knight take back, now he go with rook d1, king comes to e5, he go with this check. A possible variation, he can go with f4 check. Okay, he go with bishop back, where in this position we'll decide to play a5, a4. Okay, so check once again, we play king d5. And now this is white's turn. White is thinking for the response. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. So we'll take the bishop back and we'll decline the trade. We go with x4. Now x4 was the response where we play b5, b4. Furthermore, we begin with c3. We take it, we take back. And now let's see what he responds. We go with rook c1. We'll play c2. I guess there are some chances to win the game because white is having time pressure, right? He's having 47 seconds on the clock. He go with bishop f3 check, knight take, he'll take back, bishop comes. So I guess I have found right. Knight take, bishop comes, king goes, d4, king comes c3. Now king comes here. Okay, play a4. So a4 was the response. If I play king here, he can play king here, right? So I go with bishop d3. Now bishop d3, we play f4, we play bishop f5. Okay, so we'll just like do this. Bishop f5 once again. Bishop goes back. So this king is ultimately trapped because king cannot come over here. Oh, so now king d2 and ultimately he is king. So rook take on the pawn is a possible variation. Now he is having 20 seconds on the clock. We promote to a queen where he takes it back, we take it back. Ultimately king comes to c2 and we take this pawn where we go with king b4. Bishop goes back. We play a4. Furthermore, we take the bishop back. And white play a3. We push it. We push this forward. Okay, so check on the board. King c3. Now king c2. And queen goes there. Alright, so king comes to d3. Okay. So maybe we can win on time. You won on time. Wow. Okay, so now we look for another game. And this time we are playing as black. e4, e6, the French defense. We go with d4, we play d5 and attack the center. e5, c5 in attacking once again with knight out and then the queen. So queen, knight, pawn, all are attacking the center. Okay. So 4 minutes and 45 seconds. b3, we take it. White takes it back, we take the bishop out, activate the bishop and give a check. Where white goes with bishop d2, we take knight to e7. Now knight e7 and we are preparing to castle. Ultimately bishop comes to e2, we go with castling. We take the knight and further attack towards the center, such that this is white's turn and white is thinking. He go with bishop take b4. We play queen take b4 and add up more and more attackers towards the center. So he go with a3, we'll take the queen back and secure our queen. Already we have two attackers towards the pawn. He go with knight c3. So knight c3, we play f6. If we take back from the rook and activate our rook. So now let's see what he responds. He go with knight b5. Knight b5 will take the pawn where white takes it back. We go with a6 and attack the knight. Now knight comes to d6 is an inaccuracy because we can take it. White will take it back and we can take the pawn. So now let's see what he responds. He go with b4. we play knight to e5 and attack this knight. Yes, this knight is very useful. He go with rook over here. We take the knight. He play bishop take on f3. We play b5. Main motive is to activate the bishop in order to support this pawn. So bishop e7 to support the pawn. So that we can play e5, e4 and furthermore attack. He go with queen d4 where we play e5. We can capture it. So in this position, queen comes to g6. Rook take on the bishop is the main threat for white. So now white plays bishop take d5. We play bishop take d5. Queen takes on it. We play king h8. Ultimately, let's see how he responds. So white's turn and white is thinking for the response. He go with g3. So g3 was the response where we play rook to d8 in attacking towards the queen. So the queen is under attack. We go with queen c6. And over here we decline the trade. Instead we go with queen to f7. Attacking towards this way. We go with rook to f1. And rook f1 we play. So over here we secure this pawn. We play rook a8 and secure the pawn. Now let's see what white responds. White go with rook to d1. So rook d1, we play queen b3 and attack this. He played the rook back there and support the pawn. Possible variation. So now this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. And currently I have offered a draw. Okay. So rook fc8 in attacking towards the queen. So white declines the draw. Okay. Rook to c3. Oh my god. Oh my god. So that's good. He gave me second chance. Like this was the free rook, right? Thank god. Now if I play the rook back, queen check, rook take, no. So in this position, I play rook to c8. Yeah, rook g8 was a amazing response. He go with queen e6, and of course we have to decline the trades. So in this position, we play queen b2 in adding up attackers. So now this is black's turn, and he go with queen take a6. We'll play rook to f3. Once again, the rook will go there. If rook goes, we can play rook to g8 and add up attackers. So now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see what he responds over here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the clock. He go with queen b6, where we'll decide to play rook take. No. So in this position, hi Vishwaroop Creation, welcome to our channel. X5, X4, and mainly we are creating a pawn storm. That's the main plan. So he takes the pawn. Well, that's a mistake. We'll take this pawn. He play queen take X5 check. We play king G8. He can try giving up checks. Okay. So we are all set in trying to attack. Queen D5 check. King comes to H8. He'll play this check once again. Trying to create a draw. So 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock for white, and white is thinking for the move. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Okay. So this is white's turn. He go with rook over here. We so over here, if I try to capture this, rook can capture this rook. That's the plan. So over here, if I take, he'll take back. Alright, in this position we'll play queen take. No. If I play queen take, rook can take on this. Right? So now let's see what we can do. Yeah. We'll take this queen back and attack towards this way. Rook, queen. Both the rooks and the queen are attacking towards this rook. So now let's see how white responds. He go with queen h5 check. Once again, now he is going to give check. Rook, queen check, no. King h8, queen check. Maybe. It is possible. Okay, so, oh, he does not. Now he's securing it. Okay. Now over here, rook take, you will take the queen. No, that's not going to benefit. So, queen to c6. No, rook can take it. Oh my god. Alright, so queen comes to a p6, trying to attack. Basically, I have to resign the game. Oh, alright, so I resign the game. Rook d2. Wait, rook d2. In this position, rook d2 is not possible. Rook can take the queen. Okay, you could have sacked the rook and move. How? How can I sacrifice the rook and move? Anyways, so over here we are playing as white, and we go with knight f3. The red opening on the board. Wait, he go with c6. So we play e4. This is against the Caro-Kann defense. e6 on the board, we play c4. Ultimately, this is black's turn, and let's see what black responds. He go with d5. So over here, we capture the pawn. White takes back, and we play c4. I mean d4. Now let's see what he responds. He go with bishop check, we play knight c3. If bishop take, we take back a basic response where we take the bishop out to e3 in adding a supporter to the pawn. Black's turn, and black is thinking for the response, having 4 minutes and 38 seconds. Knight f6. Now the main motive is knight coming at the center, adding up pressure. Where in this position we play c take d5. Black takes it back from the knight. Okay, so in this position we play the queen b3 in adding up attackers. If he tries to take, we can take back from the pawn and further attack. The best move I suggest is playing a5. Okay, he go with castling. It's good to take care for the king. Bishop e3 in attacking towards this diagonal. He go with bishop take, c3 will play b take c3. Knight takes c3 will play f take e3. We have a 3-pawn structure with 2 pawns towards the center. e5 was the response. Now over here, in such positions, we decide to play queen back, attacking this diagonal. Means he play e take e4. Okay, so over here, if I play bishop take, he'll play king there, and I take it. So bishop take e7 check, king goes there. We play c take d4. This he can try to trap the bishop, and ultimately we will remove these 2 pawns. If he plays this, we can take it. He will take back. He does not do that. He play rook to e8, where in this position he is trying to attack this pawn. So we need to secure this pawn. We'll take the bishop back and attack this knight. First of all, we'll castle, maintain the king safety, and then we'll try to find out the tactical response. He played f5. So f5 was one of the most aggressive options in attacking towards the bishop. If I take, rook take, giving check is a possible variation. So over here, bishop take knight, rook takes rook. So rook take pawn, we play king f2 and attack the rook. He can play queen take, no, sorry. So now let's see what black responds over here. He can play this rook back. Yeah, because this rook is under attack. And I can secure the bishop. Okay, so now this position is fine. Let's see what it responds over here. This is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Guys, if you want to cancel any challenges, all the challenges are allowed. So 3 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. He go with b takes c6. We'll take the rook, right? Oh. So now let's see what he responds. The position, he go with f4 check. Now why he play f4 check? If I take it, then he can. Okay, so we'll take it because I do not think there is any threat. Queen f6 check, he goes back to e3. And now let's see what he responds. He can play checks once again. He go with bishop g4. So in this position, we'll play rook to x1 and secure this. So rook e8 check, king goes back to f2. If we take back from the pawn. It's a basic response over here. He take it, we take it back. Now we can take the pawn, try to attack this. And that's a long story. King g2. Now over here, let's see what he responds. In this position, this pawn, he plays c5 in order to secure the pawn, where we play rook to d1 in attacking the queen. He go with queen back, where we play rook to d5 to attack this way. And he go with queen g6 check, a free queen. So now black will resign the game. Maybe black does not resign. Okay, black resigns. Now we look for another game, and this time we play e4. Black plays Sicilian defense, so close Sicilian this time. d6, we play f4 with the bishop. No, we'll take the knight out. d4, we will take it back. The bishop out. This bishop also. And furthermore, we'll castle. We'll take the knight back. In my guess, it is possible. He go with e5, we'll take it. Black will take it back from the knight. So bishop comes, give a check. And he go with bishop over here. Now in this position, we'll decide to play the bishop take on d7 check. So queen take on it was the response. We'll take the knight to d5 and attack this pawn with the queen also. So now let's see what he responds. A basic response, rook coming over here. Knight take on e4 was the response. Where if knight will take it, queen can't take it, but that's the blunder. If queen takes on it, knight can take the pawn and with the queen. So knight take on e4 was a blunder by black. So he resigned the game. Alright. Guys, if you want to can set me challenges, all the challenges are allowed. e4. Now over here we'll go with c6. The Caro-Kann defense on the board. Where this is white's turn d4, we play d5. Where white goes with knight c3, we take the knight to f6. And if he tries to push it further. Alright, so he goes with e5, we play knight f7. Now let's see what he responds. Okay, so white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can set me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Okay. You go with knight f3, we play e6. Now let's see what he responds. We are basically preparing for c5 in attacking towards that center. So c5, now the position is quite similar to the French defense one, where we can take the knight out, queen out, and once again add up pressure at the center. Okay, so 4 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see what white responds over here. Okay, so 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and white is busy thinking for the response. He go with bishop to g5, we'll take the queen out. And furthermore, let's see what he responds over here. White's turn and white is thinking for the move. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Pawn is attacking the pawn, queen is attacking this pawn is the visible threat. So let's see how white responds over here. Okay, a basic response, what I think is he can go with bishop back to its original place. Okay, he played rook p1. So we'll eliminate this pawn. He take it back from the knight, then we'll take this pawn. That was a free pawn. Okay, so let's see what he responds. In this position, I expected queen take on it. Then I could have activated the bishop and attack. Queen e2. Well, in this position, we'll take this knight. So now let's see what he responds. This is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like live stream. 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock remaining for white. And now let's see how he responds. Basically, he go with knight b5. So knight b5 trying to create a fork, and we have to defend this knight also. Alright, knight is attacking the queen, so there are a lot of threats towards our territory. We play queen b6, allowing this to capture. If queen take on the knight, we can play f6 and attack the bishop. So bishop take is a possible variation. Okay, now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Uh, he can play knight check, because the queen is supporting it. 2 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock for white, and white is thinking for the response. Let's see how white responds over here. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. And if you are the new one, then do subscribe to the channel. Knight can come, give a check. He play bishop take f6, we play q take f6. Knight comes, give a check. Alright, so now he's thinking. Queen take f6. Okay, beautiful. So queen take f6, first response. Well, we go with rook to g8. Now, in this position, knight could have come over here, give a threat, but he does not see that. Okay, now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. Guys, if you want, you can send me challenges. All the challenges are allowed. Okay, so white's turn. Let's see how white responds over here. Basically, what we are going to plan is the bishop out, then attacking this diagonal. The main plan. Okay, now let's see how white responds over here. White to play, and white is thinking for the response, having 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock. Queen e5, bishop comes and attack this diagonal along the queen. So now let's see what he responds. White takes the back. White can take the queen back and secure his queen. That's the plan. So now this is white's turn. Let's see how white responds over here. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then do like the live stream. Queen h5 check, king comes to d7. We take pawn. Okay, so queen takes on the pawn was the response. Well, we play rook f8. Well, that's the blunder. So ultimately, we are going to lose this also. Okay, so I return the game. Alright, so guys, if you want, you can challenge me. Any challenges? Okay, so thank you very much for coming to my live stream. We'll meet you in the next one.